Hola amigos, bien o no, saludos desde Medellín y hoy vamos a volver para leer algo con ustedes. Hoy voy a leer un parte, solo un capítulo, número 21, con este libro maravilloso. Aquí, Oblivion by Héctor Abad. So today we're going to go back to a reading, because I know they're quite popular. I know you quite enjoy these, but this is a book I've been reading, Oblivion by Héctor Abad, which is actually a memorial as well as a memoir to his father, Héctor Abad Gomez, who was a famous university professor here in Medellín up until when unfortunately he was murdered in 1987 at the height of all of the narco-trafficking type problems that the city experienced then. So it's an interesting book in many ways because it's written, it's a memoir. It's things he remembers as a child being with his dad. But obviously then it takes us into that troubled period in the late 80s. And unfortunately the final tragedy that unfolds. The bit I'm going to read today is just literally halfway through the book. It's a very short chapter, but it's a nice bit of writing. But if you're interested more in the story of this gentleman, there's lots online with him. Now, this particular book was made into a film a couple of years ago. I didn't get the chance to see it actually, but it was quite critically received. But certainly the book is excellent. So if you get a chance, look up there's plenty of articles you'll see about him online. He'll explain it more. And he's left an interesting legacy based on his work he was doing at the university at the time. Anyway, without further ado, we'll do the reading. Chapter 21. When my father got back from the university, he would arrive in one of two states: in a bad mood or a good mood. If he arrived in a good mood, which was almost always, as he was generally a happy person, you would hear his wonderful, resounding laughter, like the chiming of joyous bells from the moment he came through the door. He would shout for me and my sisters, and we all came down to receive his excessive kisses, exaggerated stories, hyperbolic compliments, and vast hugs. If, on the other hand, he got home in a bad mood, he came in without a word and furtively shut himself up in his study, put on classical music at full volume, and sat down to read in his reclining chair with the door locked. After an hour or two of this mysterious alchemy, the study was the room of transformations. This father, who had come home frowning, sombre and downcast, would emerge radiant and happy. Reading and listening to classical music are giving him back his cheerfulness, his laughter, and the desire to hug us and talk. Without a word from my father, without being forced to read or lectured on the spiritual benefits of classical music, I understood, simply by observing the beneficial effects music and reading had on him, that one of life's great gifts is within almost everyone's reach: books and records. The downcast, bad-tempered man who would enter with his head full of the tragedies and injustices of reality was able to regain composure and happiness through the work of great poets, thinkers, and musicians. There we go. An inspiring piece. So I hope you enjoyed this one. So get the chance, read the book. It's very good. But for now, from Regime, say cheerio.